Hi guys, welcome to Simplifying Tech and Programming. So in today's session we are going to check how we can export PDF using Jasper Reports and Spring Boot. So basically Jasper Reports is a Java based reporting tool that can help to output wide range of destinations, like we can generate the output in the format of PDF, HTML, Microsoft Excel, CSV values or XML files, etc. So it can be used to generate dynamic content in Java enabled application like Java EE or web applications. This library create a page oriented ready to content document in simple manner. So by using Jasper Reports we can generate the dynamic content. So we can generate the charts, we can generate the flows, and we can generate the aggregate values also. Suppose like you have a table with the numbers, so we can calculate the total also with the Jasper report. So all the dynamic content we can able to generate by using Jasper report. So in order to work with Jasper report, so there is a basic thing need to be required to install the JasperStudio. So that we will cover later. So basically this chart explain how the Jasper reports works. By using JasperStudio, so we have to create this jrxml config file. This is the basically your Jasper layout, how we can design the particular PDF or HTML or Excel page in order to generate the dynamic content. So that can be configured via jrxml file by using like a Jasper template and the attribute that we are going to map into the report. Then by using Jasper template, so we need to compile this jrxml file. So for that we have a syntax that we will cover later. Then after compilation of this jrxml file, then we need to fill the Jasper template or map the desired data from the database to the Jasper report in the format of Jasper print. So Jasper print is the API provided by JasperStudio. So by using that we can map our data with the database. Then export that report into desired format like PDF, HTML, Excel by using Jasper Export Manager. So here we are using the API called as Jasper Export Manager. So like this, by using these 4 steps, like we can generate the jrxml config file, and that we can feed to our Spring Boot application, and then we can run the Spring Boot application and that generate the PDF file. Okay, so moving further to demonstrate this, we will create the Spring Boot application that loads the sample data and create the PDF report using the Jasper Report library. So what is the prerequisite? As I mentioned, we need to install this JasperStudio, and let's go to this link. Okay, so this is the home page of JasperStudio, like web page. So here there are different options mentioned. So we need this JasperStudio CE. So this version 6.20 is the latest one. Let's click on download. So it is asking important info, thank you for this, continue to download. So there here it is listed multiple options to download this JasperStudio. So for Windows it is available into exe and zip format. For Linux it is available in this format and DB format, and for Mac OS also it is available. So let's click. For me, I am clicking this exe. Okay, so it is asking to login. So just if you are new, so just create this account. So after sign up and login, just click on this exe file to download. So it is saying your download will start shortly. Okay, so it is started. So in our case we already downloaded it and we already installed it. So let's open the JasperStudio. Okay, so this is the JasperSoft Studio. So we have Project Explorer here, which is having default project as My Reports, and in the Project Explorer, so we have this sample DB and data adapters options are there. So just go to file and try to create one Jasper report. Say new Jasper Reports. Okay, so here it is asking to choose the template. So there are n number of templates available. So you can select the desired templates as per your requirement. So in our case we are selecting the simple one, that is this one. Say next. So it is asking for name, so we will give name as a ADD address. Let's say next. So here you have to pay attention. So in data adapters we have to select the sample DB, because we are connecting to database and we are fetching the values from database. For creating template we have to select this sample DB. Okay, So it is showing some options here. So here it is showing some tables also. Okay, so there is an address table, there is a product table like this. So we are going to demonstrate the address table. So we have this parameters like ID, first name, last name, street and city. Okay, so in order to work with this schema, so we need to fire some select query. So select star from address. Okay, so if you see, this is like all columns are there. So this is text. So let's say next. Okay, so please select the dataset field. So select all. Say next. Please select the fields to group by. So here we don't have to select anything. Say next. So it is saying we are ready with creating your report. Congratulations. So let's say finish. Okay, so our design and template is ready to implement. So this is the design tab, this is the source tab where it is created this jrxml file. So this is the jrxml file. This is required for our configuration into Spring Boot. So all related JasperStudio layout is there into this file. So this is the sample preview. It will look like this. Okay, so this is the sample data that is fetching from another database. Okay, so in the design, let's start creating some data. So now instead of cherry title, we will give our title, that is our channel name. Okay, so now like this column, so we need to create this column similar to our database. So in the database, so if I go here, so we have some schema also here. So we need to create this table into database and we need to insert some data. So let's go to MySQL and create this table. Okay, so open the MySQL workbench. So in our case, this is our MySQL workbench, and in the sample data set, so we need to create the table. Okay, so here paste our so here we are creating table with these 5 elements. Let's say execute. Okay, so our table is created. So let's verify here. So refresh this. Yeah, so our address one is created. So now we need to insert some data. So copy this. Okay, select this and execute. Okay, our insert query is also success. Let's verify this. So we can see ID, first name, last name, street, city. Okay, so this is created into MySQL. So now go to this jrxml, and here if you see these are some headers. Okay, so we don't have to change anything. So go to source section. Here we need to need some formatting. So this query string, so we are not using JasperStudio's database, so we don't need this, so delete this. Okay, so now, okay, so this is also we have a need. Delete this, delete this. Okay, integer, string. Okay, in our database, so we have ID as an integer and rest all is varchar. So here also it is integer and rest all are string. So we don't need this image, or delete whole image. So now you can locate this this prominent header, that is column headers. So inside this header, so it has the all header values, so like ID, first name, last name, etc. Okay, so before that we have to match this our database columns in small letters. ID, first name, last name, street, city. Okay, all are small. Then in column headers, we need to maintain the same because it is related to header values. Okay, and there is one more tag is there, or attribute is there, that is a detail tab. So here also we need to provide this id as a small, everything is a small. Okay, so our detail tab is ended now, detail attribute. So we have column footer with date, page number and date. So this is the page number format, this is a date, and yeah, that's it. So let's save this. Okay, so this look good. So go to design again. So you can see like a basic design is ready. Now our jrxml or Jasper report configuration file is ready. So just need to copy this file into our project. Yeah, so start working with creating project. So now like as we are using Spring Boot application that makes Spring Boot Data JPA for data access layer and MySQL as a database for JasperStudio. Okay, so we are using Spring Tool Suite to create the Spring Boot project, and here we need to add the Spring Web and JPA dependency. Okay, so let's go to Spring Tool Suite. So here create new Spring Starter project. Okay, so here give name as a Spring Boot Jasper Report. Okay, so type as a Maven, then packaging this, copy this and paste it into description. Yeah, that's it. So let's say next. So we are using Spring Boot version 2.7.9 because this is a tested and verified version for this demo. So let's start adding dependencies. One is like this is main dependency we needed, Spring Web, and then type JPA. So we need JPA dependency also, Spring Data JPA, and let's say next, and let's say finish. Okay, so in order to work with Jasper Reports, so we need to add one more dependencies, that is a Jasper Reports dependency, that is latest version 6.20, and we need to add MySQL dependency. So copy these dependencies, go to pom.xml. Okay, so here we need to add their dependencies. Yeah, Control Shift F in order to format this. So we have this Jasper Report and we have this MySQL connector. Let's save it. So now moving further, so we need to add a database connection properties into our Spring Boot configuration file, that is application.properties file. So locate this src main resources, and here you can find application.properties. So just we need to paste this MySQL connection details. That's it. So now let's start creating like a model class. So for that, like we need to create one table and map that table to the database. So copy this, so click here, say new. So here type as a model and name as a address, finish. So here just paste whatever code we have copied. Okay, let's say Control Shift O in order to import the packages. Okay, so choose the type of the import. So javax.persistence.entity, then this table, then this ID. Okay, so what we are doing here, so we are declaring this class as a @entity. So this specify the class as an entity annotation applied to the entity class. Then we are mentioning the table name that will match with the MySQL table name, and here we are generating this primary key, that is @ID, which will generate the unique value always as a primary key. Then we have this columns that is matching with our jrxml. So just we need to create these three things. So go here, you need to create default constructor. So go to source and generate constructor from superclass. So then we need parameterize constructor. So again go to source and generate using fields, select all and say generate. That's it. Okay, so we need to generate our getters and setters. So go here, generate getters and setters for all the fields, say generate. Okay, so that's it, our model class is ready now. So now after model we need to create a address repository. This is the address repository interface. This interface is needed in order to provide the mechanism for storage, retrieval, search, update and delete operations, that is CRUD operations. So let's create this repository, address repository. Let's say Ctrl+Shift+O in order to import the packages. Okay, so now our model and repositories are ready. So moving further, we need to create the controller mappings. So copy this code, and in the Spring application starter only, so we need to paste this, so that like we don't need to create the another controller class. So let's say Ctrl+Shift+O in order to import the packages. Yeah, so here it is asking this address, this util, so this is the list. Okay, so we need to rename this class as a SpringBoot gr startup. Okay, so we have this address repository. We need to create this service class. So what we are doing here, so by using repository, so we are just fetching all data from database, that is a find all. This will return all the data present in database in the address column, address table. Okay, so here it is creating list and it is returning the list, and this is the main thing we are interested in. So here what we are doing, so we are declaring this gate mapping, and then we are creating one endpoint. So in this endpoint, so we are like telling our Spring Boot application to set content type as a PDF, application/PDF. Then in order to like generate the PDF name, so we need some formatting, like we need to generate the attachment, that is a PDF attachment with some naming convention. So for that, what we are doing here, so we are telling our Spring Boot application to load this with the header key as a content disposition, and content value as a with the attachment with the file name. Format is like PDF underscore current date time dot PDF. Okay, so now this is remaining, so just create this class. Okay, so copy this code. Let's say Ctrl+Shift+O in order to import the packages. This is the address, this is the util list, this is the IO util map. Yeah, that's it. So what we are doing here, so see, it is imported all the Jasper Report APIs. Save it. So it is working now. So let's open this. So what we are doing here, we are auto-wiring this address repository class, and this is the method where like we are following Jasper report lifecycle. Okay, so what we are doing here, so first we are getting all the objects from the database. So this is by using repository, so we are getting this data into this list of address. So here we have all the records. Okay, now we need to load the layout of our PDF file, right? So we need this file called address.jrxml. Okay, so I can write here address01. So we need this file. Okay, so from where I will get this file, so go to JasperStudio. So this is the file. Okay, address01. So go to Project Explorer, go to My Report and copy this address01 jrxml. Okay, so now go to src main resources and paste it here in class path. So this is address01 jrxml, address01 jrxml. Okay, so let's verify address.jrxml. Okay, so we have these 5 fields, id, this, and we have this frame attribute, and we have this column header attribute. Inside this we have column headers in capital, and we have this detail tab, detail attribute. So inside this we have again we have mapped with JasperStudio. Okay, so our design layout will be loading via this file. Then we need to create this Jasper report. So what is this Jasper report? So like as I mentioned earlier into this the flow diagram, it represents the compiled report template objects, and that be obtained through Jasper reports compilation process, and which will be useful for filling the data and report generation. Okay, so first I mentioned create the layout first, then we need this compilation tag in the Jasper template. So we are using this Jasper compile manager to compile the report. So we are giving jrxml file here, and we are compiling this Jasper report, and then we are filling these Jasper reports. Okay, so we are creating one JR bean collection source as a data source, and we are providing this address object that we got from the database. Okay, so this is the data source handler. Then we are adding some logging parameters by using this map, and this is the final field report part, where we are using this Jasper print. So Jasper print, what it is do, so it is a document can be viewed, printed, exported in other formats. Okay, so by using this we are filling the report by using Jasper field manager. So we are giving this Jasper report parameters and data source, and in the last step, so we are exporting this this content via this export to PDF stream. Okay, so why stream? So we want to generate that report into our browser. Okay, so this is the Jasper print object, and this is the response.get output stream. This is the stream that by using that you can generate that output into browser. And let's try to run this. So go to application context, go to application Spring Boot, and say run as Java application. Okay, so our Tomcat is started on port 8080. Spring Boot application is started. Let's verify this. So go to browser, and this is the endpoint that we have provided into controller. So let's click on this. Yeah, that's it. So it is generated this PDF into this PDF underscore date and timestamp format. So we can verify here. So go to downloads. So you can see this PDF underscore today's date with the timestamp and .pdf that we mentioned here in the controller class. So this header value as attachment, then name as a PDF underscore current date time .pdf. So that is generated here. So double click on this. Yeah, that's it. So you can see, let me minimize something. Okay, so here we got this report that is we have designed from here. So if you see this design, yeah, so here we have in the Jasper report we have designed this, and we have added this dynamic value as a $f, and then we are fetching this data from database. So this is today's date also, this is address report, and we have footer also, I think. Yeah, so we have footer with today's date and number of pages and page number also. Okay, so let's verify this with the database. So we have the first name with the John Smith, New York City. So you can see, go here. Okay, so in the MySQL database also we have this John Smith in the New York City. So in our report also John Smith, New York City. So this data is loaded from database, and it is formatted into Jasper report. So this way we can generate this template via JasperStudio, and we can do layout as per our requirement. So we can add the charts also here. We can add the dynamic data like aggregation of numbers, that also we can do here. To summarize this, so we learned the core features of Jasper's reports library, and we are able to compile and populate the reports from the database by using JasperStudio temp. So you can download the source code from GitHub link, and also I will provide these links into video description. So stay tuned for further interesting sessions, and thanks a lot for watching.